My name is Tina, and I'm a survivor, and my son is also a survivor. I met the father of my son when I first moved to Austin within a month, and it was at my first job I had here, and he was that typical Prince Charming. It's really the best way to describe it. He was that perfect looking, perfect acting, think he's your dream guy. We moved in pretty quickly together. Mistake. It was that infatuation stage that felt like it was never gonna end. It was like you believe it's gonna be like that forever, and in reality it never is. When I found out I was pregnant, my first initial reaction wasn't scared, because I was scared for me. I wasn't scared for my baby, because I knew I could take care of my baby. My reaction was, oh my gosh, because I already had thoughts that there was red flags already, and so that was like, I had to get into a mindset that said, you can do this. You can do this. I worked up until maybe 4 or 5 months before I had Christian, and then after I had Christian, I didn't work at all for a year. The reason I didn't work until I delivered my son is because I wasn't allowed to. I had no independence because I had no personal income. He had control over all of that, and me. The emotional, mental manipulation, lies, and all that had already begun. As soon as we lived in our own place together, and there was no roommates, there was nobody else but us. The father of my son has broken my phone 3 times in the middle of my attempt to call the police. And then, that literally leaves you helpless, especially when he's not letting you leave the apartment in the middle of all this to go seek help from somewhere else, from someone else. If my life was a fairy tale, my ex would be, the father of my son would be the wolf. The last time that he hurt me, it almost took my life. I was able to grab my son, who was only 1.5 years old at the time, and escape to my neighbor's house, who they let me hide in their closet. When he was bonded out of jail, it was a huge shock to me. And he also sued me for child custody, and he found the money from his family to pay for that as well. I could not afford an attorney. I couldn't afford any legal services, and I went through every route I could possibly go through, till I just put on my brave face and I went to the courtroom, and I just went through my head over and over and over again of what I would say in response to what. And then as soon as I was at that point where I was gonna lose my stuff, I heard these heels walking down the hallway through security, and I was watching everyone come in, but I had no idea she was gonna walk up to me. And she walked up to me very confidently and shook my hand, introduced herself, and said that she was the legal director of Texas Advocacy Project, which I had never heard of before. And she told me, I'm here to represent you as your attorney, and we've got this. And there's no moment in my life that's like that. There isn't. It was an hour before the time we were supposed to go in, and she nailed it. And I was awarded sole conservatorship of Christian. He is full of life, and he is my reason to live. The #1 thing that can help you with so many different things, and the most important things, which are legal services, is Texas Advocacy Project. It's the rainbow after the rain.